Good morning, Dr. Palermo with this week's Motivational Monday. I'm here in the Thrive fitness area to talk about muscle. So muscle makes up 40% of our body weight, and it's actually our biggest organ. And until just recently, we didn't really appreciate what muscle does. We kind of know that we look better when we have muscle, so everybody focuses on that aspect of it. But recently we've learned characteristics and properties of muscle that make it more of an endocrine organ. Endocrine organs are organs that are communicating with other parts of our body and other organs in our body. Data has shown that muscle can influence our insulin, can influence our glucose metabolism, can give us metabolic flexibility, improve bone health, even cause cognitive changes related to something called BDNF, which helps improve brain health. So as we learn more and more about muscle, we now know that it plays significant roles in our health. Increasing our muscle is important because we start losing muscle as early as our 30s. You can lose up to 1% of muscle if you're not doing things to combat that. As we get older, it can go 1 to 3%. In fact, if you're on bed rest for a week, you can lose up to 3% of your lower body muscle. So that's pretty significant. If you're sitting at a desk all day, guess what? You're doing the same thing. So improving muscle is key to health, and we now know there are a lot more roles. Also, making sure we feed the muscle with protein, with regard specifically to our protein intake, becomes important too, because working the muscle isn't going to help if we're not feeding the muscle to try to increase our muscle mass. So I'm going to be covering all things muscle in this month's Yoga and Learn, so if you want to learn more about it, definitely join us. But otherwise, make sure you're focusing on muscle and also focusing on your protein intake. The current RDA recommendations for protein are well below what we now know you need. Most people need at least 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per ideal body weight to optimize their protein intake for optimal muscle mass. So that's a good goal to work up to. We'll be talking all about it if you join us, and we're definitely going to be talking a lot more about it in the upcoming months. That's all for now, and have a great week.